All right, welcome back to thecouchlive.com. Why did I say .com? Welcome back to the Couch Live here on Rock 100 DIC. I say so many .coms when I talk about this thing.
What you're talking
about. It drives me crazy. Anyway, this is the YouTube segment of the Couch Live here on rock100diz.com. Holistic Lifestyles Radio, and of course WWNN 1470 out of Pompano Beach. Thanks to our sponsor of this segment, which is dlmsuccess.usana.com. See, another .com. dlmsuccess.usana.com. And of course, Denise McLean Solis, my co-host. Dr. Ken Hoffman is not here. No. The guy is studying, so he's been absent from our show for a while. But in his seat is Sergeant Matthews. Sergeant Dave Matthews, say hello to our friends out here.
Hello, and I support you all veterans, and give a salute to you. Huh.
Where's the hook?
Gotta throw that in there.
Gotta throw that in there?
Yeah.
And of course, because somebody made a comment about not being seen on this YouTube segment, let me introduce you to our producer, Capn Chris Hill. Capn Chris Hill, can you please show your face on... There you go. So you all know he does exist. He's not just a hand. He's not just a myth. He's a legend. And it's Capn Chris Hill. Anyway, on with the show. We're talking about, on the Couch Live today, we're talking about veterans and how we can best support them. And there's a lot of issues related to PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder, depression. These guys are coming back, and some of them are not getting the help they deserve. Some of them are not getting their jobs back. They're not getting their families back, and they're struggling and suffering. So because this show focuses on all issues related to addiction and recovery, and we know that there's so many of them self-medicating and then turning into other issues, we brought Sergeant Matthews here to help give a little bit of enlightenment of what's really going on and how he can help us help them. So go right ahead.
Well, we know it's a tough economy we're having right now during the recession. Church service members are down, volunteers down, people are becoming isolated. They're shutting off themselves. So we know it's a difficult time, especially for veterans that are coming back from another lifestyle, a total different lifestyle. And we get some really bad news. Just recently, a congressional mandated task force just released its final report, okay, on military suicides. This is at the Pentagon. This is all the way up, okay? And by the numbers, between 2005 and 2009, more than 1,100 service members committed suicide.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
1,100.
Whoa.
Okay, do you understand that's an average of one suicide every 36 hours? Okay.
And from what year is that?
That's from 2005 and 2009. And wait till you see the new numbers that have come out.
So that's an entire 4 years of research.
4 years.
That is saying one suicide every 36 hours.
And it's cited heightened because of the heightened operational tempo, repeated deployments, insufficient quantity and quality of dwell time. I mean, they're coming back to homes that are broken up.
Exactly.
Okay? They're coming back to addictions, coming back to alcohol. They're just coming back to no jobs.
It's a tough, and in this economy, there's
in this economy, yeah, exactly. They're coming back to nothing. It's like they're going backwards. That's terrible.
I mean, it's bad enough for anybody.
Yeah.
Right now, so this does make it a little bit more difficult. And you yourself, you went through it. As part of the YouTube segment, they didn't hear the first segment, but you yourself are a combat veteran.
Yes, correct. I came back to no job, just like, you know, they said you had a job. No, I didn't have a job. I went to an isolation process also. But I found to get myself out, I had to get my own treatment done, and I did it through social networking. Wow. I started off with the Facebook, started reaching out to people I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I got into other military sites. Wounded Warrior Project is another great site. Yeah. IVA, which stands for Iraq, Afghanistan Veterans of America, are doing some outstanding things. The Pat Tillman Run. We had the third Pat Tillman. Everyone knows who Pat Tillman is.
Well, remind them.
All right, Pat Tillman was the Arizona Cardinal football player who gave up $1 million contract to become an E4 and go into Afghanistan, Iraq. I think it was Iraq. I'm not sure. We lost him. We lost him in combat. So that was a very sad day for us for that moment. So there's a Pat Tillman Run on that. But IVA's out there, IVA.org. But once again, the veterans going to have to put their TD-214s together, which I want to mention how important it is to get an air card for these soldiers. Air cards are important. And we need a big company, Best Buy, Internet Wireless, AT&T, someone to step up and give us a 2-year commitment to get these veterans on the internet. Get them an email address. Get them out there. Get their DD-214s going. That's the only way they're going to communicate with today's technology.
That's fantastic. And when you say we need, is this a specific organization you're working with, or you want them to go to IVA? Where would they go? Let's say somebody watching this says, I'm in the position to sponsor an air card. Where would they go?
I would want to start off with locally, because a local organization. We could start off with Salvation Army. I mean, there's a great organization there. They're located in Orlando. Salvation Military Area Command, which I don't have the information.
No, this is what I'm going to do. Forget local. I'm going to put him on it. Since he's here on our show, on our thing, you give out your email right here to this YouTube segment. Go right ahead.
Okay, it's Sergeant Dave Matthews, like the band. So SGTDAVEMATTHEWS @gmail.com. I'll get that information. I'll get it back to you. And basically, we just need an air card to get out there. It's not a lot of money. It's a great investment. I'm willing to do the work. Go out in the woods, pull them out of the woods, get their email addresses, get them some information into today's technology.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that. Denise, and this means a lot to you. Why?
Well, it means a lot to me. My dad was a vet. My husband's a Vietnam vet. He deals with the VA system through healthcare because he's uninsurable. And there's a lot of pros and cons there. There's a lot of things you can take advantage of at the VA. The VA website, va.org, I believe it is a very good website. It's very informative. If you've lost your DD-214 and you need it, you can get a form, download it, get it out there. And there's just a lot of information, how to get health care, how to get prescriptions, everything you can do. I mean, a lot of information out there, but we got that air card is important. Because we got to get these people connected to the internet. The internet is what they need. Okay,
fantastic. And of course, Capn Chris Hill is also connected to a vet, the CEO, right, Chris? And of course, too. And my father, of course, my biggest mentor. I love you, Pop. He's Command Sergeant Major, retired Command Sergeant Major Delgado. Of course, my father, and I love you to death. Thank you very much. He served twice in Vietnam. And so it's people like that. We love this. If you know someone, which many people do, many people know a vet, and so feel passionate about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just want to do a little bit more than putting the yellow ribbon, magnetic ribbon on the bumper of your car. We want to do a little bit more than that. Okay,
tell us.
I understand thanking the vet is
important.
Tell them. Okay. Can we go a little bit further?
Yeah.
Can we go a little bit further? Thank a vet, and then go into how can I help you? Is there any way I can help you and assist you in any way? With contact information, network, a ride to the VA appointments. It's so sad when you see amputees waiting at the bus.
Yeah.
To get a ride to their appointments.
That's exactly what you're talking about.
Someone to go in there with the appointments. Take notes. Make sure they get all the information. Okay? Little things like that. Volunteering is a key. If you feel that right now you're not doing enough for the community, volunteer is the best way to get out of a minor depression you're having. You give back. You get it back tenfold. So you give it back to the community. You feel better. You have purpose in life. You walk with purpose.
Good karma.
We'd love to have more volunteers out there in the community. Let's start with our veterans and then break down to other groups from there. But start off with our veterans, please.
Great. Thank you very much, Sergeant Matthews. He's absolutely right. Thank you for mentioning that. This is why we support it. So remember, we're going to be putting some links on the website. So go to thedopedoctor.com and look for the blog at thedopedoctor.com that speaks on this, has the links to help more. So those of you that want to help a little bit more, like Sergeant Matthews is talking about, please go to there. And of course, Denise, she's going to write about it, right?
Oh, I'm going to be right. I already got what's going on up here. I'm going to start writing as soon as I get back home.
That's right. Starbeamcoaching.com.
Starbeamcoaching.com.
Starbeamcoaching.com. Thedopedoctor.com. Thank you very much, everybody, from here at rock100diz.com. I see it. All right, adios, amigos. That's the end of this segment. Thanks for tuning in. Rock100diz.com. We'll be back on the couch live right after this.